the CCP virus, so-called COVID-19, to collect plenty of mega data about everybody, and pushing for Chinese spyware. Zoom meeting, number one.
That's what I said.
And TikTok.
TikTok.
For the children. Main focus, children is using TikTok.
Yeah.
And all the adults using Zoom meeting.
Exactly.
And to collect everybody's facial data, voice recognition, facial recognition, and who you are. Before the meeting, you have a group of people, which field you are in, where you get on the internet through that login.
Exactly.
And then
Every time I see you from
they
now
will have they will set up the target. If you speak out against the CCP regime, if you happen to have a legal case, because all the court hearing is using Zoom meeting, all the court hearings, even you dial in, didn't show your face, but your voice is recorded. And if you speak out against the Chinese regime, somebody have a court case against you, they will add to that person against you. Make sure you will be loose. Okay?
Wow.
And so the Chinese infiltration in the United States is very deep and broad.
Right.
I escaped from Tiananmen massacre. I worked for Chinese Foreign Affair Administration controlled propaganda agency. It's called Foreign Languages Express, which is a publication house, lie to you, everybody to the world. We have 32 languages in the agency, and lie every day. We have a daily meeting, weekly meeting. Thank you. I'm talking to him. She wanted me to talk to you.
Okay.
So everything is about a planned attack, a planned meeting, fake news. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything China does is a fake. And we must know this CCP virus is a planned attack, not only by a weapon, it's also attack everybody, collect everybody's information. You see in China, everybody walking everywhere carry a box monitored by the police department. It says your name, your birth date, your address, and what is your political key word.
Right.
Okay, so I hope if someday you become our governor, please stand up against the CCP.
Let's do
Please
it.
do so.
Yes.
I'm the president of Chinese Democracy and Human Rights Alliance.
Wonderful.
And so the website is freeourchina.com. Freeourchina.com. So anybody want to run the government position, please remember the CCP have a goal already set up in 1921, July 1st, is liberate, so-called liberate entire humanity, which means take over the world. Ever since then, the goal have never ever changed. It doesn't matter they are in difficulty times or booming time, whatever. This goal have not been changed. Our agency, where I used to work for, I didn't even realize that we have been lying to the whole world every day. But now I think about it, we have a planned meeting for whatever the so-called work, news that we are going to do. Daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, every half year, and a yearly plan. Okay, so before the Taiwan president passed away, Chiang Kai-shek's son, Jiang Jingguo, before then, 2 years before, Chinese mainland regime already know he's going to die. Massive propaganda toward the Taiwanese. And international-wide, Xinhua News Agency and all agencies and all the underground 79,000 Chinese Communist Party branches, all working together and try to tell people in Taiwan, you have no way but only one way. It's belong
Is
to
that why they're
China.
talking about? They talking about on the news now,
The
like
war.
Taiwan,
Taiwan and
trying to
China.
take over
The
Taiwan.
Chinese regime is a very zlui. Japanese say zlui. In English, I think it's. I don't know if you have a negative way of saying somebody is smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Tricky,
they use
sinister.
very tricky, very sneaky, very bad, and they use Soviet, the Russians, to be a test chess. Okay,
You are very
you go.
very interesting.
let you go first. We'll see United States and all other nations. How do they respond?
How do they
do
respond?
they take you down or let you win? Then they are taking the notes and they write down everything. Right now, China want to.
How do you
watching
feel
Russia,
about right
watching
now the
Russia.
way? How do you feel, in your personal opinion, because you're a very knowledgeable woman, you're extremely knowledgeable, and we can see you're definitely passionate. And of course, talking with our governor now, how do you feel right now as a governing body of Hawaii? How do you feel they're handling that situation now?
As a government official, it doesn't matter you're a governor or any position in our United States government, or you're a business person simply. You should always be aware that the CCP want to always divide and conquer the United States and always target on anybody's freedom because your freedom is a threat to them. That's why when a ball game player, the sports person said, I support Hong Kong, and they immediately take action against that entire team and tell the boss, fire him. And then the news come out, found out they cannot fire him. Too much response from every media. Then they said, okay, your entire team is not allowed to come to China anymore. So what they do is they have plenty of spies in the overseas, all paid by the CCP regime. They collect the data about everybody. So if you become our governor here, then all the surrounding you, those people, I'm sure they will send somebody be your best friend to make you
We
to
said that
listen
from
to
the
them.
beginning. You
So
gotta
be careful. And they use all the tactics sounding very correct, very right, and then make another person attack you. They want to see all the chaos.
Collect all the data from
And
you.
so
Yeah.
they want to very, very close to you. Be sure you do carefully choose who surrounding you trust.
You need her to
be
come look
trust.
at the team after.
I was about to say, you know what the good news is, my love? The good news is you picked to stand behind a governor that won't accept. He'll stand for the people of Hawaii rather than the people of anybody else. He'll stand first for the people here. So you picked the right side.
So,
Our governor will
do
make sure it gets
accept
happen for you.
The people give you donation other than U.S. citizen.
Of course. Oh, we cannot? Oh no, that's against the law?
No, we don't do. No, we don't.
We cannot, it's against the law.
No, we don't accept outside, like outside country. No,
Oh, okay.
no, we don't.
So if they're not a U.S. citizen, you cannot take their
Oh,
money.
okay.
No, we don't accept.
And
No, we don't.
yeah.
Our
The
campaign does not.
infiltration is usually
We do
through
grassroots.
money, through money, and also through any benefit. Okay, the United States have about 60 or over 50 main media owners, writers, narrators, the TV main media people were invited to China. Okay, you had plenty of fun there. You don't have to pay nothing, and before you come back, would you like to do some import export? We would only charge you the cost of the goods. Okay? This plate say it's 5 cents. We'll give you 5 cents in Chinese. Okay? So $1 equals to 7 yuan. Okay, so we will only charge you the cost. And then you take it, earn plenty of money. Shut up or not. It's show your heart if you are patriotic or not.
Right.
In White House, there are too many of us, House representative and senators, took the bribe. Then they don't dare to speak
Agree.
out. They don't want to do anything anymore unless they say, oh, this vote, if we don't vote, we sound like too much surrounded.
Right.
Okay? So I led the 50 people lobbied in both chambers. And we met them. We told them the infiltration is right over here. Chinese spy agencies is running our country and support certain candidates. They organize, they pay the money, they do everything. Why? Because they want to have somebody to represent their interest in our country, in our area. So I really hope any candidates, potential governor, I wish you successful if you against China, infiltrate the United States. Anybody want the United States to be stronger, better, more freedom, and more military. You know, we don't afraid of anybody else. We against anybody want to betray this country.
Yep. Take
So
our freedom.
that's what I'm for. Freedom,
Freedom.
and for our freedom candidates.
Yes.
And so this is very, very important because just take a look at China. There's so many billionaires, millionaires. However, they don't dare to speak out against that one-party dictatorship. Why? Overnight, you will lose everything. You will be in jail and everything what you own disappeared overnight. It's because they don't have a right to speak. They don't have a right to vote. And here, we must value our vote and our rights to speak. Very, very valuable. It's more than money.
So I'm going to ask a favor because I know we have to get moving. We have to take our governor candidate. We have to take him up. But you know what? I'd like to see, again, we're going to be on the road a lot. We're going to be campaigning. We're going to be out there, grassroots. You should join us one day. Bring people out there with us. Come bring some, because we love to hear your voice. We love to hear your concerns.
If you want me to talk in your event, I will. Because I need to let the people know they are looking at the Hawaii as a very, very strategic, strategic important location.
And we can definitely talk. But a lot of it is right now, again, you have such strong topics. You have such strong topics that what we can do is we can tie that into. But first it's let's get people all together. Let's get this movement, and then we can bring that to the surface.
I can understand you, sir, but United States' #1 risk is national security.
Agree. Agree.
What is national security? #1, our
very much agree.
data. Now it's no longer how many guns you can have. Okay,
Yeah, agree.
It's data. The data collection, even before you attack. I already know you're going to do so because you said so on the phone.
Agree. Yeah.
And because you wrote in your computer email. Okay, the CCP is controlling us by giving our server to be used by different cell phone companies and different internet companies and all the routers. So that's why we must guard our security. Database. Who is designing your website? And what is that company's background? If there is any Chinese influence behind it, it is so important. It's no longer in the past that you can hire anybody anymore. So that's why national security, #1, data protection, data independent, data control. #2, all the surveillance cameras imported from China. On the street, in the school, in the university, all those surveillance cameras are recording every one of our activities and gather together and each person's facial recognition.
This is real life. We heard about this stuff, Karen, but it's real.
It's for real.
This is so real.
this is real.
It's, they don't want us to pay attention to it. They want to quietly take over the United States and Hawaii, the very, very strategic location for China. So if they attack Taiwan, Hawaii is very close to.
Wow.
Very close to Taiwan.
And
They are using any group or party or organization against each other, and then they get in.
If you don't mind, let me take down what organization are you with?
FreeOurChina.com.
FreeOurChina.com.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down, okay? And then you will see us again. And I'm gonna write. I do have to get a.
The chair lady,
Lynn,
Miss
Lynn. Finnegan? Miss Finnegan?
the chair lady invited me to here.
It is honestly
I
been a
went
pleasure.
to CPAC. I met the president.
It is honestly a pleasure. It is honestly a pleasure. Okay. And again, we look forward to talking to you again. Hopefully, we'll get a chance. We'll get a chance to see you again. If you go on Instagram and and again you follow us, please see where we'll be next. We'd love to hear more about you as well, and stay in touch and keep in touch. You obviously have a wealth of knowledge.
Thank you so much because I work for the Chinese regime propaganda agency for about 10 years, and I grew up in China. I experienced the Tiananmen massacre.
Wow.
And so those spies in the United States acting like a very left, very right, or don't even talk. You just got to watch.
Thank you. It is honestly a pleasure.